How's it? English. Welcome to Magus Max Hawaii channel. And gosh, this is like so much stuff going on. Kind of exciting, but kind of rehashing chaos in the capital aftermath. And I guess the breaking news there is that they're arresting people that were prominently featured that they could spot in the videos, because they're videotaping themselves. Oops. They're videotaping themselves. Hey, look at me, I'm destroying, you know. So the guy that took Nancy Pelosi's podium, he got arrested in Florida. The guy that put his feet up on the desk of Nancy Pelosi, he got arrested. And they're looking for others. Naked Buffalo. Watch out. Nah, the Naked Buffalo guy, or the guy with the horn hand, shaman. He's from Arizona, and he's like, see, it's not everybody. Like a good portion of these, a good number of these, they're basically rioters. You can call them insurrection and sedition, but that's like Trump's motive. He got them riled up to do it, and that was his motive. But a lot of their motives weren't all there. They're just they believe that QAnon type thing, and they're doing that. But some of them. So in that big, huge crowd, there is definitely a core of people who had. This one lady had a truck full of like pipe bomb stuff or Molotov cocktail stuff, and they had guns, and this other thing. So some of them were not weaponized. Some of them were fully freaking armed. I mean, terrorist armed. So. Oklahoma City bombing. That guy used to be part of the army. He was a good old USA boy. How much damage that was. So the danger of this mob going inside the Capitol was much more than octogenarians having medical issues. Oh my gosh. Or the people at that house chamber door going with the guns. It's a lot bigger than that. So the House has brought Nancy Pelosi's team. Definitely, they took my podium, they set up my desk, and she's like full charge. So it's all FBI. So they're getting back to Florida. Guys coming back to Florida. Hey man, yeah man, and got the podium, the lectern. Learned that from Toastmasters. The lectern from Nancy Pelosi's, Speaker of the House, right? Probably cracking open the beer and knock, knock, knock. FBI. That's right, because it's the FBI. They're going home to their home states and getting arrested. Oh God. Unbelievable. It's true. There was a Proud Boy arrest. The guy was from Hawaii. Someone's watching the thing going, I recognize the guy. I recognize that guy. He lived next door across the street. I voted for him. No crap. He ran for an office and lost. And the reason he lost is because he had a connection to the Proud Boys. Matter of fact, he's the head of the Hawaii chapter. I didn't know they had Hawaii chapter of Proud Boys. I guess you could have anything, It's like, it's like school, and you join a club. Oh, we don't have a chess club. Well, we just make a chess club. You'll be president, you'll be vice president. Okay, we have a chess club with 3 people. Yes, make your little groups and label them anything you want. So I guess Proud Boy is like, proud is supreme, and boys is white. Because good old boys, white supremacists, it's just like a fancy, it's like a innocuous or innocent way of portraying a basic hate group. Now, I don't care if you're white and you're proud to be white. I think some of that is lacking. Oh, wait a minute, man. I tell you what. This time it does this thing, it's going to do this thing to me.
I deleted those photo videos.
So, you know, it doesn't matter if someone's proud to be the race that they are. It's part of your own identity. You know, it just is. You know, but if you're part of a group, you know, proud to be white, and you're anti other groups, that's a hate group. That's right there. That's where it becomes the hate group. I'm this, and it usually goes hand in hand. So I gotta say that there's a certain amount of pride in oneself that is healthy, and then it extends past that, and it's like, damn everybody else. There's where you get the hate group. Anyways, welcome to Newspaper. Attempt to tell you all the news by memory. Well, actually, that's not half true. I mean, that's the part half true, whatever. That's, hey, there's Naked Man. I mean, Naked Buffalo. There should be a song. We'll get Neil Young to write one since he sold all his songs. Hey, Neil, you need to write another song, eh? You can't be 20 if you're naked buffalo with the barkers and the colored giraffe. So, yeah. So today's headline is somewhere over here. Well, I'll just put it up here, and we'll get this thing going. A 3, a 2, a 1. Woo! And I don't know what the heck. I don't know how I'm going to be navigating this thing because I got several things going at once. As you can see, oh, banned. You know what's banned? Hanamo Bay. Hanamo Bay. You got banned, eh? Yeah, they be banned. Hanamo Bay, you banned. Hanamo Bay, you know the footpath? No can. Can I go down there? Hey, you know can go down there. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to even work. I'm doing too many things on the computer. It's going to overheat. UH wants more input on the new stadium, so the new Aloha Stadium that they want to tear down and rebuild because developers need their big paycheck from the state. You guys, we gave you election. Now give us our favor. Developers. Cha-cha-cha-cha, ching-ching. Sorry. That'd be a little melodramatic about corruption. It's just like that. That's the way it is, you know. Jimmy Hoffa. So we got Proud Boys. Do we have Jimmy Hoffa, chapter of Hawaii? Union guys? You know what I'm talking about. So now I gotta know. Do I have to watch out about what I say? I don't think anyone's gonna see this, but if they do in the future, right? I'm like walking along. Better not. I got friends too, you know. I know you live on the island. That's what they used to threaten when I was a kid. I know where you live. Okay, bullies. We had bullies in Hawaii. Okay, so we'll get through this real quick. Number of cases on Oahu, it's 114 on the average. There's like, I don't know, it's like 202 new cases. Oahu, this island only. There's like 230 whatever statewide one day. And the other day, yesterday, it was 313 total cases, the whole state. So this is like going nowhere. It's just, it's ramming up, and I think people just don't give a crap no more. They're not doing the mask. I see people with masks and then they just lose all sense of social distancing. They put the mask on and I'm bulletproof, I'm immune. And they look at the virus on TV and they're thinking, I can always get the vaccine. But there's some news about the virus and we'll get to that. it ain't good. You really, really don't want to catch this thing. So, moving along. Back in the day, yeah, good old Joseph, he was in science class, and they learned him how to put, you put things in series or parallel with electrical, and the battery and the diagrams, and he made himself a Christmas tree out of tin cans. And the lights even flickered. Good for you, 1970. Right before disco ruined everything for everyone. U.S. tops 4,000 daily deaths from the virus for the first time. 4,000 daily. This guy in the UK, they're having such problems in London that he's like the numbers don't matter. It's not phasing us anymore. It's like numb to the numbers. So he's trying to put it like, imagine a hospital overstuffed, full of COVID patients. And then all of a sudden another hospital overstuffed full of patients appears in one day. One day. Each day a hospital full. And you know why they're running out of stuff? Okay, blood. So you're all gonna die. It's the end of the world. It's the zombie apocalypse. And this is what I mean, kind of like zombie apocalypse attitude. Riot in the Capitol. That's zombie apocalypse to a high degree. Judge blocks Trump sweeping limits on asylum. Oh, he wants to pardon himself. I am forever innocent. Forever innocent. I pardon myself forever. He was checking in on it. Believe you me. Oh, and this one, Deaths forcing morgues. This is what hit home for me a while back. They got trucks, like container trucks, and they're using them as morgues. They just put the refrigeration unit in there and they're stuffing them full of bodies, and they got multiple morgue trucks. They have them in New York City, and then they have them in Vegas. Here, this one has Vegas. And then people will still kind of go, hey, you know what? My friend went up to one of the trucks. It's all a hoax. It's all a fake. It's all Illuminati. It's all whatever. Like mass media, and you can't, conspiracy theory, blah, blah, blah. My friend went up to the truck, looked inside, and it was empty. That doesn't mean anything. And the next day, it's full. And they got new ones coming in because they keep filling up. So, to me, I listen to people, but, you gotta think for yourself. Longest master rule number 1. We can think these things out in group, but then later, think for yourself. Decide for yourself, You choose. Twitter bans Trump. This is the best. How could you punish the president-elect the most? What would hurt the most, aside from pocketbook? Hit him in the pocketbook. What would hurt the most? Get him off Twitter. He's always doing the Twitter. He built so much of his junk on Twitter. He communicated with everything, that mob he organized. Twitter. He tweeted. He's president tweet, or twit, or whatever. So, I don't know. I never did like the guy. So, I wasn't anti-Republican. I was just like, I don't like this guy. I watched some of The Apprentice. You're fired. And I'm like, this guy's a jerk. But made money on the show. He didn't make money outside that show. What else we got, Keep going, because lots to go, Okay. And this is the stadium. If we see here, the stadium, the one that this here is a picture of the nosebleed seats, up high seats, in the back of the seats where you go up the stairs, and then you're behind, and then you go outside the alley or the hall alleyway, and then you're like in the seats. This is like the back of it, and it's weird. It is like. But buildings do that when they're completely new. But the UH wants control over that, and I don't want to really friggin' how a president can be impeached faster. Well, this is like the friggin' thing of the day. How can he impeach faster, but faster? Again, but faster. And so they're trying to do it. The good old Mitch, control of the Senate because we got the majority. Not for long, Mitch. That's why he's trying to be. So, Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, because she's ahead of the majority, because Democrats in the House. And it only took a day. They were on it. They're into paperwork. Oh, we must take action, yeah. And it's true because I totally agree with what about the 25th Amendment? See, it's totally true because even though it's like last ditch, right? I only got 2 weeks left. I'll really hit them hard because they can't do anything to me because it's too weak. They should. They absolutely should come down full force. Not so much to punish the guy, but to make a statement in the history of this that they look back and it's going to be, well, who was right? Who was wrong? And it's like, well, you got impeached twice. You got this happen. So those things are on record, big time. Freaking no way. Because people died. A lot of more people were crushed and things. How serious this was. There's this policeman that got crushed on the doors. He's like, and the protesters like, flipping his face mask. It's all mockery. And the guy's like freaking dying in the door, getting crushed. I think he might have lived, but a policeman died and all that kind of thing. It's not like it's a policeman, but like, people, good old, wholesome people, doing the right thing, and they're getting killed in the line of fire with this. For what? This guy's stunned. Because the guys, they know they can't get past this, but they're going to do it anyways. Shootsies, man. So, just call it all we can. Insurrection, give it the highest, because this is the top of the thing, This is for the law of the United States. This is the top of the heap. So they should folk come down on the law. If, those guys are getting arrested in Florida and in Arizona, well, if nobody was around, say there wasn't a vote there was a vote going on, the Democratic vote, our president being elected vote going on. So definitely full law punishment. But even if there was no one around and there was no one at the Capitol and it was all empty, and one radical guy breaks in and spray paints boobies on John Adams' statue, takes a selfie, leaves, right? So the next day, what? John Adams has boobies, or something stupid, right? It's that kind of thing. They would go after that guy with the FBI and they would find him, they would track him down. Oh yeah, you don't do that kind of stuff. They would. And so this stuff is magnified exponentially bigger. Okay. What do we got going on? Snow in places. Man who broke in, yeah. He dreamed of being a police officer. Yeah, R.I.P. the police officer, but jeez. Okay, political cartoon. I guess those poor Americans that were following or throwing out their Magna hats. Alright, we're gonna get down to that stuff about reading the stuff quickly. Oh shoot. Yeah, I'm just trying to make these things, trying to make sense of this. I'm trying to make sense of this. We got COVID rolling out here. Phase 1, Phase 2. I'm like last phase, which is actually trying to make it come out faster, so I could see for me, which is like the rest of you guys, like summer, they said, summertime. And not back in the day, but Big Q. What's his Big Q going on? Big Q says, after Wendy was spanked by her sexually dominant partner, after Wednesday's siege of the U.S. Capitol, how concerned are you about further riots over the next 2 weeks? I didn't even look at the answers. Inauguration. They're going to have big security, that's for sure. Enough said. Okay, their answers? 28%, somewhat, depends if indictment occurs. 30%, not very, things under control. Nah. 42%, very, something more to come, likely. I think this is what you have your pro and anyways, I'm reading into it, so I won't. Maybe it alone. Job losses, superconductor courses for a second to see week up and running against the game, but oh boy, golf. The Lakers. Working from bed is actually great. It would work from bed. Who would do that? How silly. So stupid. George Clooney does stuff. I'm as old as that guy. I bring that up because, not because oh boy, I'm George Clooney comparison. My birthday's coming up, and I'm not like, I'm not particularly, usually I try to ignore it, but you can't ignore these things. I'm gonna be old. I'm already old. You grow old, everyone's growing older by the second, so here we go. And now for the editorials, and hopefully this won't take too long. Jobless who didn't have choice need their checks. With all the complaints, comments, and controversy regarding keeping government workers from furloughs, what about the silence of government as to the status getting unemployed their checks? This administration, most notably our governor, seems to be skirting the issue. Can somebody give unemployed their due? They were not given a choice on furloughs, desperately need their unemployment benefits, and desperately need them. Willie Arakaki, Kahalu. Electoral college helps, not hurts, Republicans. Here we go. The Electoral College system was designed to give all states an equal say in our presidential elections by our Constitution. In the 2020 election has shown us that the Electoral College has no longer relevant. Yep. The problem is that the elections are now resolved around a handful of battleground states, and 38 states are basically irrelevant in the presidential elections, like Hawaii. Republicans in the House and Senate were objecting over several states close electoral votes won by Joe Biden, but the Republicans would have been killing the goose that laid the golden egg if the electoral system was abolished. The truth is that Republicans won only by one presidential election by popular vote in the last 32 years. George W. Bush versus John Kerry in 2004. The GOP only hope in winning future presidential elections is by maintaining the Electoral College. So let's get rid of that. They were treading on dangerous ground. John Shimamoto Mililani. Yeah, you're going to get that little Trump. You get Trumpified. You're going to get the toenail of the T-Rex, I think. Just out of relevance. Cal Thomas. Oh, too close. Cal Thomas is distorting Biden's centralist positions, referring to Cal Thomas's January 5th column. Under Biden, centrists might emerge as radical left agenda. You can see this distortion by watching the recent commercials in Georgia that portray Democrats as radicalist socialist communists planning to take over America and completely change the country into Venezuela. Centrist positions that Joe Biden advocates. Shore up Obamacare, not Medicare for all. Free community college for the needy, not $50,000 rebates. Restore tax rates that existed before Donald Trump. No increasing taxes for people making under $400,000. Whoever made $400,000 a year? And pass a large infrastructure bill that has bipartisan support. Thomas starts his column by insulting taunting Biden about how he garbles his thoughts and words. But then he offended when Biden accepted an interview with the Wall Street Journal, but not him. There was no mention of the Department of Justice having the Attorney General represent the country, not the president. Seems like a solidly centrist position. Jim Wolf. Do 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 do. That's what it's like. It's like the Sting. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. It's a sting operation. It's election. Anyways, I think that's all the time we got. I would throw something up, but hang loose. Have a great Saturday. It's January 9th. Wonderful day. Anyway, just hang loose, man. And aloha. Ah!